Hello and happy Money Monday. It is Bridget here. I'm going to talk to you today about revenue, a quick lesson in revenue. As a business owner, you've heard this term. It's interchangeable with sometimes gross income and sales. Basically, it means people are buying what you're putting out there and you're generating revenue. It's the lifeline of business, right? You can look like you have a business with a fancy website and business cards and all these things, or you can actually have a business, which means you have paying clients, okay? All revenue. So I want to give you a quick lesson in revenue today, 3 things that you need to know about this beautiful word that you hear all the time. It's a great benchmark, by the way. When you think about the size of your business or some goals that you want to set for the year, revenue is usually one of them, but not all of them, and I'll tell you why. So 3 things about revenue. Revenue is the sexy number, right? It's the thing that's generated. It's what people toss around and say, I'm a 7-figure business. They're talking about revenue, right? And that's amazing, right? For so many reasons, because you want to be able to have social proof that what you're putting out there is in demand and people are experiencing it. But it's not what you sell it for. It's what you get to keep, which is profit. Okay, so there's costs that go into selling whatever it is you're putting out there. Even if you're a service provider like me, I do CFO services. So I don't have a tangible product. I don't have shipping costs and manufacturing and product. I still have costs associated with my business that could include, the cost of selling, right? Of getting myself out there, of putting together some products or programs. So there's some virtual costs still, right? So don't get confused. Revenue's great, it's sexy, but it's not what you sell it for, it's what you get to keep. That's the first thing. Okay, the second thing with revenue is you want to be creative about the frequency with which you offer so that you can help manage your cash flow. So what do I mean by that? I mean that if you are the type of service provider or business that sells something, you want to be able to have certain frequencies in place of the way that with which you collect the money. So recurring revenue, for example, if you have a program and they're going to pay you every month for 6 months or 12 months or whatever it is, then you know that you've got that revenue coming in because it's recurring revenue. So these are great ways to be able to help manage cash flow because you can forecast out and you can see how long that revenue is going to last. Another way is, if you do big launches. So say you've got a program and you're going to launch something and all the money comes in pretty much upfront, like it's a paid in full offer. Then you're going to have this big balloon of revenue that comes in and it's all this nice little nest egg for that month. And then you're going to want to be able to say, how long is that going to last me, right? So this is great. You get the cash up front, you execute, you deliver the program, whatever that is. And then you want to be able to look at how long that cash is going to last you based on what your business burn rate is. So think about the frequency. If you have a membership program, if you have automatic annual renewals where you know that when 12 months hits, people are going to automatically renew unless they cancel. These are all frequency things where you can offer creatively and diversify the offerings with which you put out there so that your revenue comes in at different times and it creates an easier way to manage your cash flow. So that's number 2. And number 3, and I have to tell all of my clients this. It doesn't matter who you are. This comes up in every strategy call just about every strategy call that we have. And I have to hold myself accountable to this too. And it's this: when in doubt, generate revenue. So if you're sitting there and you're like, I have a million things I need to do. And oh my gosh, let me just check this one off because this is super easy. This is my comfort zone, all that. It's most often not a needle mover. It's not an income producing activity. And if you're like me, you're the sole producer of income in your business. You're responsible for marketing. You're the face of the brand. If you don't do anything, you don't get paid, right? And so if you're in that same boat with me and a lot of my clients, remind yourself of this quote: when in doubt, generate revenue. Income producing activities fall to the bottom of the list. Look, there's a time and place to be able to do busy work, mindless work, different things like that. But if you don't have income producing activities somewhere pocketed in your week, maybe multiple times a week, you will not be in business for very long. Okay, so generating revenue, it's the lifeline of your business. It is a really important metric. Again, it's a sexy metric, but it's not what you sell it for, it's what you get to keep. Be really mindful of this beautiful tool of revenue. Okay, so make note of that, look at your calendar, see how you can incorporate revenue producing activities. And with that, happy Money Monday. I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you right here back next week on Monday.